Selfies are all about capturing cool, unforgettable moments. But sometimes, those pictures tell a way darker story. Imagine snapping a photo with a big smile or mid-thrill, completely unaware it's your last shot. Literally, from daredevils posing on skyscrapers to mysterious faces in dangerous places. These selfies are more than just snapshots. They're chilling glimpses into life's most shocking twists. Get ready to dive into 5 eerie and mind-blowing selfies taken just moments before everything changed forever. A playful moment turned into a heartbreaking tragedy when a Chinese businessman's fascination with a 1.5-ton walrus took a deadly turn. Jia Lijun, a devoted admirer of the enormous marine mammal housed at a zoo in Liaoning province, had often shared his love for the creature with family and friends. He sent countless photos and videos of the walrus, marveling at her size and strength with messages like, "So strong, so big." But what started as admiration spiraled into disaster during one fateful visit to the zoo. Unable to resist getting closer, Li Jun decided to step beyond the enclosure to snap a selfie with the walrus. Equipped with his trusty selfie stick, he approached the massive animal, unaware of the lurking danger beneath her seemingly calm and playful demeanor. As he posed for the shot, the walrus unexpectedly grabbed him from behind, her powerful flippers wrapping around his body like a vice. Before anyone could intervene, she dragged Li Jun into the pool inside the enclosure. Her immense strength made it impossible for him to escape. A zookeeper, who had raised the walrus since she was a calf and trusted her gentle nature, immediately jumped into the water to rescue Li Jun. The caretaker's bond with the animal and his sense of responsibility drove him to act without hesitation. Tragically, the walrus, mistaking the chaos for playtime, pulled the zookeeper under as well. Despite their efforts, both men were overpowered by the walrus's sheer strength and drowned in the enclosure's pool. What made the incident even more gut-wrenching was the likely innocence of the walrus's intentions. Experts believe the animal wasn't acting aggressively, but rather engaging in what she perceived as playful behavior, offering what could be seen as a hug. Unfortunately, this natural instinct to interact with her caretakers turned deadly. It was a devastating reminder of the risks involved in human interaction with wild animals, even those raised in captivity. The entire event was captured by the zoo's surveillance cameras, and the chilling footage soon went viral on Chinese social media. The video showed the walrus's initial movements, which appeared slow and gentle, escalating into a chaotic struggle. The tragic scene served as a stark illustration of the immense power and unpredictability of marine mammals. Li Jun's death became a sobering lesson on the fine line between admiration and overstepping boundaries in wildlife settings. While his intentions were innocent, entering the enclosure placed him in grave danger. The zookeeper's untimely death highlighted the deep dedication that animal caretakers often feel for the creatures they raise, a bond that sometimes puts them in harm's way. The walrus, despite being at the center of the tragedy, remained unharmed and returned to her daily routines. Animal behaviorists and wildlife experts emphasize that even animals accustomed to human care retain their natural instincts. They stressed that incidents like this highlight the unpredictable risks of human-wildlife interaction. The tragedy sparked heated discussions online and within conservation circles about the responsibilities of zoos and their visitors. Many called for stricter safety protocols and better education on the risks of interacting with captive animals. Advocates argued that clear boundaries and preventive measures could prevent such accidents in the future. For the families of Jia Lijun and the zookeeper, however, no policy change can undo the loss of their loved ones. The incident stands as a reminder of the respect and caution required when dealing with nature's most majestic creatures. What started as an innocent attempt to capture a memorable moment ended in unimaginable heartbreak. This tragedy leaves behind a powerful lesson. Even the gentlest of creatures can become dangerous when their instincts are misunderstood or underestimated. What began as a joyful celebration ended in unimaginable tragedy when 18-year-old civil engineering student Cheska Agas drowned while posing for a group selfie. The incident took place on a picturesque beach in Barangay Masikil, Philippines, near the iconic Bangi windmills. What should have been a lighthearted moment to commemorate a friend's birthday turned into a heartbreaking accident that sent shockwaves through the community. The group of friends had gathered by the shoreline, eager to capture the scenic beauty of the towering windmills and crashing waves as their backdrop. As they huddled together, smiling for the perfect shot, an unexpected and powerful wave surged toward them. In an instant, the wave engulfed the group, knocking them off balance. Amid the chaos, Cheska was swept away by the ocean's relentless force. Friends and bystanders frantically tried to save her, while emergency responders rushed to the scene. Despite their best efforts, Cheska was pronounced dead upon arrival at a nearby hospital. Her sudden and tragic passing left her loved ones devastated, and the local community mourning the loss of a bright young woman with a promising future. This heartbreaking incident is not an isolated case. Over the past few months, a disturbing pattern of selfie-related accidents has emerged, raising concerns about the hidden dangers of capturing that picture-perfect moment. Just weeks prior, a couple tragically fell to their deaths while posing for a selfie on the edge of a cliff. In another grim event, a young man lost his life after accidentally shooting himself while taking a selfie with a gun. The rise of such tragedies has sparked widespread discussion about the risks that come with the pursuit of social media-worthy snapshots. As people go to greater lengths for breathtaking photos, they often overlook the potential dangers of their surroundings. For Cheska and her friends, the thrill of capturing a memorable moment on the beach turned deadly in the face of nature's unpredictable power. The Bangi windmills, a popular tourist destination known for their majestic appearance against the coastal horizon, now carry a somber reminder of the fragility of life. The serene beauty of the location belies the lurking risks posed by its turbulent waters. Locals and visitors alike have since called for increased safety measures and public awareness campaigns to prevent similar accidents from happening in the future. Experts warn that the quest for the perfect selfie often leads individuals to take unnecessary risks, such as venturing too close to cliffs, water bodies, or other hazardous environments. This behavior, dubbed selfie culture, has been linked to an alarming number of deaths worldwide, prompting calls for greater education on selfie safety. From simple reminders like staying aware of your surroundings to implementing safety barriers in high-risk areas, small precautions could save lives. For Cheska's family, however, these warnings come too late. Her untimely death serves as a poignant reminder of the unpredictable nature of life and the importance of valuing safety over fleeting moments of online recognition. Friends remember her as a vibrant and ambitious young woman who had a bright future ahead of her, making her loss all the more heartbreaking. The tragedy has also reignited conversations about how social media influences our behavior, encouraging individuals to take risks in pursuit of likes, comments, and followers. While platforms like Instagram and TikTok provide spaces for creativity and self-expression, they can inadvertently promote a culture of one-upmanship where the desire for viral content outweighs personal safety. For tourists visiting natural attractions or scenic locations, experts urge caution and mindfulness. A photo is never worth risking your life, no matter how breathtaking the background might be. Officials in Bangi have since considered placing warning signs near the beach to alert visitors to the dangers of the powerful waves, hoping to prevent another tragedy from occurring. Cheska Agas's story is a heartbreaking, cautionary tale about the hidden dangers of seemingly harmless activities like taking selfies. What started as a celebration of friendship and life ended in sorrow, leaving her family and friends with a void that can never be filled. Her passing underscores the need for greater awareness of our surroundings and the value of prioritizing safety above all else. In her memory, let this tragedy serve as a sobering reminder: no photo is worth a life. One cool selfie could cost you your life. That chilling warning is at the heart of a new campaign launched by the Interior Ministry, aiming to tackle the alarming rise in selfie-related accidents. With blunt slogans like, A selfie with a weapon kills. The initiative lays bare the deadly risks people take in pursuit of the perfect shot, and the tragic consequences that often follow. The campaign comes in the wake of several harrowing incidents, each a stark reminder of how a playful moment can spiral into disaster. In May, a 21-year-old woman in Moscow attempted to snap a selfie with a pistol, unaware of the loaded weapon's lethal potential. As she posed, the pistol accidentally discharged, leaving her with a gunshot wound to the head. Miraculously, she survived, but her near-fatal mistake serves as a sobering example of the dangers of mixing weapons and selfies. Not everyone has been so fortunate. Earlier in January, 2 young men in the Urals lost their lives in a misguided quest for a stunt selfie. Holding a hand grenade with its pin removed, they hoped to capture an unforgettable photo. The grenade detonated moments later, killing them instantly. Their mobile phone, however, survived the explosion, preserving the chilling selfie, a haunting snapshot of their final moments. In another heart-wrenching case, a teenager from the Ryazan region tragically lost his life while attempting a dramatic photo atop a railway bridge. As he climbed higher to get the perfect angle, he accidentally came into contact with live electrical wires. The shock proved fatal, turning a bold photo opportunity into a preventable tragedy. These stories are not isolated incidents, but part of a growing, deeply concerning trend. Unfortunately, we've seen a steady rise in accidents caused by selfie enthusiasts, said Yelena Alexeyeva, an aide to the Interior Minister. Since the beginning of the year, there have been at least hundreds of cases of injuries, and that number keeps climbing. The campaign's message is simple yet vital. No photo is worth your life. While smartphones and social media have revolutionized how we capture and share moments, they've also created a culture that often glorifies extreme risks. For many, the lure of likes, comments, and virtual applause can outweigh concerns for personal safety. The more daring or dangerous the shot, the more attention it garners, often at an unthinkable cost. From weapons and bridges to railway tracks and electrical hazards, people are pushing boundaries in pursuit of the ultimate selfie. The ministry's campaign urges everyone to pause and think before taking risks for a photo, emphasizing mindfulness and caution over fleeting internet fame. Social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook have inadvertently fueled this risky behavior. The drive for viral recognition, measured in likes, shares, and views, has made people increasingly willing to gamble with their lives. The pressure to stand out in an endless stream of content has created a dangerous dynamic where cool trumps careful. To combat this phenomenon, officials are advocating for stricter safety measures in high-risk areas. Barriers, warning signs, and enhanced security around railways, bridges, and other hazardous locations could help deter dangerous stunts. But beyond physical precautions, the campaign stresses the need for a cultural shift, one that values safety over social media clout and prioritizes living in the moment over risking it for a fleeting snapshot. For the families who have lost loved ones to selfie-related accidents, the pain is unimaginable. Each story of loss underscores the fragility of life and the high stakes of seemingly small decisions. These tragedies serve as powerful cautionary tales, urging others to choose caution over recklessness. At its core, the campaign delivers a serious and much-needed reminder: no selfie, no matter how daring or impressive, is worth endangering your life. Behind every viral photo is a person, and their safety should always come first. The next time you're tempted to take a risky shot, remember these stories of lives lost too soon. Let those moments serve as a wake-up call to choose safety, to cherish life, and to capture memories without putting them and yourself on the line. After all, the best moments are the ones you live to tell. An ordinary day turned tragic in the northeastern Romanian city of Iași, when 18-year-old Anna Ursu's quest for the ultimate selfie ended in heartbreak. Anna and her 17-year-old friend decided to climb onto the roof of a stationary train for a dramatic photo, unaware of the perilous risk they were taking. The train's imposing structure and the promise of a unique backdrop seemed like the perfect setting for a memorable shot, but their decision came with devastating consequences. As Anna positioned herself for the selfie, her leg accidentally touched a live electrical wire overhead. In an instant, a massive surge of up to 27,000 volts of electricity coursed through her body, igniting her clothing and causing an explosion that could be heard from far away. The force of the current was so powerful that it flung her friend off the train, leaving her injured and shaken. A passerby who had earlier warned the girls to stay low and avoid the high-voltage cables above heard the deafening bang and rushed to the scene. To his horror, he found Anna engulfed in flames. Desperately, he tried to extinguish the fire, but his efforts were in vain. The flames consumed much of her body before emergency services could arrive. When paramedics reached the scene, they found Anna gravely injured, with burns covering 50% of her body. Despite their swift response and attempts to stabilize her condition, her injuries proved too severe. Doctors fought to save her life, but the electrical surge had caused irreparable damage, and Anna tragically succumbed to her wounds. Anna's friend, though thrown clear by the impact, survived with injuries that served as a grim reminder of the sheer force and danger of the incident. The passerby, still haunted by what he witnessed, later described his futile attempts to help as one of the most horrifying moments of his life. The tragic accident is one of many cautionary tales highlighting the deadly risks of taking selfies in dangerous locations. It underscores the fatal consequences of underestimating the dangers posed by high-voltage power lines, particularly in railway areas where live wires carry immense electrical currents. Anna's decision to climb onto the train, likely driven by the desire to capture a striking image for social media, ended not in triumph but in tragedy, a stark reminder of how fleeting moments of recklessness can have permanent consequences. What makes these incidents even more troubling is how common they've become in the age of social media. The pursuit of likes, shares, and virtual validation often pushes people to take risks they might otherwise avoid. For Anna and her friend, the train roof might have seemed like an adventurous setting for a standout photo. However, the reality of their choice brought a devastating price. The accident has sparked discussions about the need for greater awareness and education around the dangers of risky selfie taking. In areas like train stations or rail yards, where live wires and high-voltage equipment are common, better signage and barriers could serve as physical deterrents. However, experts argue that real change must come from shifting cultural attitudes. Encouraging people to prioritize their safety over capturing the perfect shot is essential in curbing these preventable tragedies. For Anna's family and friends, the loss is immeasurable. What began as an innocent attempt to create a memorable image ended in unimaginable grief. The passerby who tried to save her is left with the haunting memory of a young life lost in an instant. Ultimately, Anna's tragic death serves as both a warning and a plea. It urges us to think twice before taking risks in pursuit of fleeting internet fame. No photo, no matter how spectacular, is worth a life. In the age of social media, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of attention and validation, but as Anna's story reminds us, the consequences of that pursuit can be irreversible. Next time you're tempted to go to extremes for a photo, remember Anna's story. Let it serve as a sobering reminder that the ultimate selfie isn't worth the ultimate price. Safety should always come first, because the most precious thing you have is your life. A tragic incident unfolded in the northern Indian state of Punjab, where 15-year-old schoolboy Ramandeep Singh lost his life after accidentally shooting himself while allegedly attempting to take a selfie with a handgun. The accident took place at his home in Pathankot on Friday, as he posed with his father's revolver. In the midst of the photo op, he inadvertently pulled the trigger, resulting in a devastating gunshot wound to his head. Ramandeep was rushed to a local hospital, but despite medical efforts, he succumbed to his injuries on Sunday. The news has left his family in a state of deep shock and grief, with the Superintendent of Police, Rakesh Kaushal, confirming that an investigation is underway to understand the full circumstances surrounding the tragedy. The family has claimed that the boy died while trying to take a selfie with his father's revolver. "We will provide more information after our preliminary investigation," Kaushal said. This incident adds to a growing number of selfie-related accidents in India. Just months earlier, a teenager in Chennai tragically lost his life while attempting a selfie on railway tracks, highlighting the increasingly dangerous trend of selfie-related risks. As the fascination with capturing the perfect shot continues to rise, it raises important questions about safety and responsibility. For Ramandeep's family, this senseless loss is a heartbreaking reminder of the dangers that come with seeking social media validation through risky behavior. As investigations into his death continue, his story serves as a chilling warning about the potential perils of mixing firearms and selfie culture. The increasing number of such accidents underlines the importance of education and awareness surrounding the risks of dangerous selfies, especially involving weapons, heights, and other hazardous locations.